Hey everybody, welcome in. So today's episode, yes, it is Slay the Spire, but it's going to be a little bit different in that I don't have actual footage that I can show you guys of how of my successful Ascension 11 run, because I did it on my Steam Deck and I was in bed, so I wasn't recording it. But we do have Ascension 12 here unlocked. It looks like upgraded cards appear less often for 12, so that'll be interesting. But also the weird thing, and I never noticed this, and I swear I really honest to God did win Ascension 11, but for whatever reason, like, even though I have Cloud Sync and everything, I can't find my actual, like, run. I can't find the one that shows the statistics for the one where I actually won. I thought it was this one at first, but then I was like, oh, wait a minute, that's not what happened. So that's really confusing. I don't know why, like, if I play on my Steam Deck, it wouldn't cross over into here? I'm not sure. So that's a little weird. I don't have footage, but I do have this very bad screenshot because, again, I was so excited and it happened so fast. I just took a picture with my phone of my Steam Deck screen, which is why it's kind of like fuzzy and stuff. But yeah, as you can see here, score, I guess the score didn't totally pop up, but it was like over 1,000. And while I don't have like actual footage to show you guys, I thought I would talk a little bit about how, like, I think I finally beat Ascension 11, and I guess a little bit of like what I learned and just like some tips and stuff that I guess I picked up from just over and over and over. Like, there were many failed runs. So yeah. But as you can see from this very bad screenshot here, I had a lot of relics. They actually go off the screen, like the screen's a little cut off here. Wow, I did that in 22 minutes, that's crazy. So a lot of relics. I did 2 elite fights, for both the first act and the second act. And then the third act, I don't know how I avoided all the elites in the third act. Actually, I do know, I lied. The third act, I got extremely lucky, and I got the relic to basically choose your pathing. So I was just purposely going around the elites and kind of just avoiding fights entirely if I could. Because I was like, I'm gonna need all my health for this final boss fight, and I wasn't really sure if I was gonna make it or not. Also got extremely lucky with getting like a lot of money. Also got lucky with getting the extra potion slots, because on Ascension 11 you only have 2 potion slots, but because of the relic we actually ended up having 4 again, so the potions, or the lack thereof that you would usually have for potions on Ascension 11, wasn't actually a problem. And this is why I wish I had like my actual statistics in front of me. I don't remember exactly like what cards and stuff I had. But I will say that I feel like what I learned when I really like sat down this month and I was like, okay, like I'm gonna beat Ascension 11 no matter what. I basically played at least like 1 run every night. Usually it was more than 1 because, you know. And, like, especially if I started a run and I just like wasn't feeling it, or I felt like I got really shitty luck, or, you know, it was just like I wasn't getting the cards that I knew I was like good with, or that would synergize good. I would just like immediately abandon that run and start over. Another thing that I also learned was like with shops and stuff, I would actually wait till I had closer to around like 200 gold to go to a shop. Instead of like, usually when I start, it's like so tempting to go to a shop right away because you start out with 99 gold. But then you can only buy like maybe 1-2 items if you get really lucky or something. So I was waiting more around like the 200 mark or over 200 to actually go to shops, which I think also helped. The elite fights, at least in like Act 1 and Act 2, I was like really just going for them. I was also trying not to heal as much, which I'm like very guilty of, like always being like, oh, like, you know, I'm down to 50 HP, maybe I should heal. But instead I was just like, let's not heal and let's just upgrade and see what happens. And like, if we die, we die. Like, if you lose, you lose. And I think that's the other thing, is like, you just have to be okay with losing. I think everybody knows I lost a lot to get this. I do think that the run that I actually won Ascension 11 on, like, I do think that there were definitely some moments where I got lucky. And I mean, it is kind of one of those games where, you know, RNG can kind of screw you over or not. So sometimes it's kind of like out of your hand, but it's also like playing to your advantages and being like quick on your feet with like thinking about, okay, like, how am I gonna react to this that's happening now? Like, I don't remember when I said it. I think it was at the beginning of this month, actually. I played a lot of Slay the Spire, and I was just constantly doing like run after run after run, and I had some really good runs. Like, even, no, that's not it. Even like this one, honestly, like, this isn't a bad run. I had some great, these are some great relics. But it was just like something would happen and then the whole run would just, it would be like, you know, you feel like you're doing okay, and then you make that one split decision that's really like, you're like, oh, I wish I hadn't done that, and that just, and then it's over. Like, there's nothing you can do, you know. The cards are how they are, or you don't have enough block, or you don't have enough damage, and then it's over, and there's only so much you can do. I feel like this is not like a very organized tips, and it's, I know it's all over the place, but I would say just practicing, like doing a lot of runs, not caring about if you're gonna win or lose. Like, be fine with losing, because you're gonna lose a lot. Waiting till you have like 200 or more gold to go to shops, because then you can buy more and it's more worth it. Not healing as much, like really just start taking risks, because you would actually be surprised at how much you're able to do with less HP. Like, you'll just make smarter decisions. You won't, you know, you'll be more like aware of what you're doing and stuff. And yeah, and then I guess the last thing, just obviously being like aware of what kind of cards you're putting into your deck. And I mean, at the end of the day, and I guess this goes back to the, you know, not being afraid to lose thing, if you feel like you have a run that's like not really gonna go anywhere, and you're like, you know, I'm not feeling it, just like abandon the run and start a new one. Ascension 11 can be beat. Did it take me way longer than it probably should have? Yeah. I wasn't playing Slay the Spire like every single night for the last year to do this, so it's not like I've been consistently losing at Ascension 11 for a straight year. It's just, you know, whenever I picked up the game, I would play a run, lose, and call it a day. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!